info, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and known to keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
YouTube world, what is good with y'all, man? What it do? How's everybody living? Been a minute or two since I checked back in with y'all. Y'all know what it is, the one-man force size and flavor of DFW Sports. Breaking down, just the fandom of how we get down here in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, man. Representing for all the sports team, holding it down, man. Hey, mama said it'd be better days. It'd be better days. Oh, Lord. We trying to see some better days, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Before anything, hit that like button, subscribe for all the new people that's tuning in, getting some viewers up in here. Matter of fact, if you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, go ahead and give me a follow at Drewski Selfmade. We can talk a lot about sports, but we also always just rock about the sports that's going down here in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, man. Basically giving post-game reactions coming off a big day in Dallas-Fort Worth. We had 3 games going on. Game 4 of the NHL. Western Conference Finals is not going the Stars' way as they drop another game to the Edmonton Oilers as they fall tonight 4-1. I'll talk about that for a little bit. We're going to follow up with some Texas Rangers as they scratch and they get them a 2-0 win against the Toronto Blue Jays. So, get a little talk about that. We had a little injury news on the Texas Rangers front on the pitching staff, which I don't like. We'll talk about that. And then also, we got the Dallas Wings up in there, man. The Dallas Wings finally secured their first victory of the 2025 season as they defeated the Connecticut Sun. So, talk about Paige going back home and doing some things like that. Let's go and try to chop into it, man. Right now, it's not looking too good for the Dallas Stars, man. It really ain't. There's not too much what he could really say or anything like that. Right now, man, they are on their heels. I think today was probably their best game they could have actually played today. And it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Like, let's just keep it real, y'all, bro. Outside of that third period of game 1 against Edmonton, the Stars have thoroughly been embarrassed. Embarrassed, bro. They've been literally getting belt put to ass and took into the woodshed. And it's a damn shame because, bro, like, it seems like right when the Stars have a big following, especially in Dallas. Bro, like, the fans are really behind the Stars, bro. But it seems like soon as the whole city wants to come behind them, bro, they choke it away. And I mean, this is the 3rd straight conference finals that you get here. And now you're questioning yourself as good as the regular season has been and all you have done to get to the Western Conference final. My main issue is, bro, they're not physical enough. And I believe they wear down. That's just what done happened to them. Last year against Edmonton, the year before that against Vegas, they just wore down. They played too many physical opponents. And when it got down to the Western Conference Finals, another big physical team, they just wear down. And as you see, bro, there's not a game in this postseason where they're leading in hits. And early in the game, they were actually hitting Edmonton, but it's just not enough. You see the face-offs, they did better than what actually, like he said, out of all the games that have been played, this was probably the Stars' best game, and it wasn't even close. They weren't even close. That is discouraging. this was really probably their best hockey game they probably could have played. And still, where they suck today is they had 17 giveaways. That's probably the worst thing you could take right there. But at the same time, bro, they were in the zone a lot. As you see, they won plenty faceoffs. You know what I'm saying? They attack. They're not getting the puck in the net. They're not getting the puck in the net. Credit Edmonton for that. But defensively, the Stars just, as the game goes on and wears on, it just seems like, bro, they just run out of gas. And you start to ask the question, because Pete DeBoer got here kind of on the same type of tip, bro. Like, you know, his teams was doing real good, getting over, you know, making runs, but they could never get over. And now you're starting to see that with the Dallas Stars right here. Just 3 straight years now. It's still not over, but it looked very bleak right now for the Dallas Stars. And like I said, it just seems like when they get to the Western Conference Finals, it just seems like they out of gas, bro. They get hit on. Now, this year, I thought it could have been different because you had players coming off the LTIR. You know what I'm saying? You had the Sagans, you had Miro, you know what I'm saying? You had more bodies coming off, and that's where I was like, okay, the depth could help them. But they clearly have got to get more physical, bro. The point blank bottom line. It was good to see Robo finally get him a goal in this playoffs. It was good to see that, but they have got to get physical, bro. And what sucks is if you're in the AHL, if you paid attention to that, you know, the Texas Stars are, you know, the affiliates of the Dallas Stars. So they're in the Calder Cup going at it, trying to win something. So you look at their system, they've drafted good. They've got young talent. You've got pieces that can actually stick on the roster now that the contract wise can still fit, but you've got to get some bodies that can play with more force, bro. You got to, bro, because it's really the way y'all are getting booted out of the Western Conference for the last 3 years. If it continues this way, is you're just not physical enough. You're just not physical enough. That's just bottom line with it right now. Game 5 is going to be down here Thursday. I expect a rumpus. I expect a crazy atmosphere, but it's going to be toxic. It's going to be toxic for the Stars, and all the pressure is on them. Now, the way Edmonton played, people are going to say that maybe it's still going to be pressure on them to close it out. Yeah, they still got to seal the deal, but outside of that third period in game 1, there's nothing in this series that you can literally hang your hat on if you're a Dallas Stars fan saying that they have a chance to make it to 7. There's outside of period number 3 in game 1, this has been a total mismatch. And that sucks to say that. The Stars have been thoroughly embarrassed. They've been punked on. And like I said, what sucks is this was probably their best game of the series. They got 1 goal. 1 goal. Still got outshot. And got beat up. Now, you look at it 4-1, a lot of people are going to say it's on Jake Ottinger, but I'm like, bro, to be honest with you, there were 2 empty net goals, so it was 2-1. You got 2 empty netter goals, and then 1 power play goal that happened on Jake Ottinger was just, you know, it's a power play. You're on the man advantage, but everybody's caught back looking. We got 2 defenders that are just slow turning, and you got, I think Perry, he was sitting there. He was just sitting he was in the blue. His stick was in the blue. Just look, he didn't even have to do a shot. The puck just had to hit his stick and go in. That's basically what happened. So it's more of like, bro, I know Jake Ottinger needs to be better. He needs to be more stellar, but I'm like, dude, to be honest with you, that 1 power play they gave up, I couldn't put it all on Jake Ottinger right there. To me, he really gave up 1 clean goal today. Like I said, this was really the Stars' best game outside of them giving the puck away. And like I said, you're really not getting nothing from Mikko Rantanen. He's getting thoroughly outplayed by Connor McDavid. That just shows you where everything is at right now, man. And like I said, now it's up to the Stars to hold off elimination on their home ice and try to, live for another day. You got to get one win. You got to get one win, and then you got to get another win after that, and then see where the chips fall. But if the Stars want to get over the hump, they have got to get physical. They've got to get physical, bro. You got some aging veterans on this squad. I don't want to talk about the season already being over, but you got some aging veterans on this squad that we love dearly, but you're going to have to make those decisions. You're going to have to get some more speed but somehow you got to get some guys who, they make dudes sit in the ice tub for a while after they play them. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you got to get with, and it sucks because you thought you had that with Dumba and all that, and just things didn't go right health-wise. You had all that type of things going against you, but just the Stars just not physical enough, bro. They're not physical enough. Now they get their chance to still try to survive and extend this past 5 games, but I'm telling you, if you're a Stars fan, if you've been paying attention to this series from game 1 to game 4 now, what do you lean your hat on to say, bro, the Stars are going to be all right? Because I believe in game 3, the second period they played good, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Offensively, they just can't get it in the net, bro. That's just bottom line. That's what they're going through. That is what they're going through. Daniel, what's good? Appreciate you stopping by one time in the chat room, man. Man, I get tired of seeing Dallas teams choke. And a lot of people say, well, at least the Dallas Stars they get to the Western Conference Finals. At least they're doing that for you. But damn, bro, 3 straight years you get there and then you get punked out of it. Nah, bro. Something's got to give. And like I said, I don't call for anybody's job. I think Peter DeBoer has done an excellent job here. But you start to ask the question. Do we need to get more physical bodies? Will that help? Or have we maxed out with you? The only difference between this and Mike McCarthy is the guy has gotten to the Final Four for the 3rd consecutive year. But with the Cowboys, they got 3 straight 12-win seasons. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, you're getting good postseason. I mean, regular season play, but you're not getting the results. It's hard to say you're not getting the results in the postseason because you're getting to the Western Conference Finals. The problem is for you to get over the hump and actually win the Stanley Cup, you're not built physical enough. That's the God-honest truth with the Dallas Stars. They're talented, don't get it wrong, but they are not built to be physical enough to win the Stanley Cup until proven otherwise. Now, the series is not over, but damn. If you've been looking at this series from game 1 to game 9, you can literally say this series is over. That's being a Dallas Stars fan. That ain't even trying to be negative. I'm just outside of game 1, that 3rd period, that 1 period, Stars they've looked overmatched, bro. They've looked overmatched. And then when they do play good enough, it's not even close. It's not even enough. So they got some soul searching to do right now because they're damn sure on the ropes, man. They're damn sure on the ropes. The refs is about to call it. The refs is about to call the fight. So what you gonna do, Stars? What you gonna do? I already know the AAC, the fans will be right behind y'all, but y'all can't go out there timid, getting punked, and be on some bullshit. Don't do that. You're gonna take all the win up out of the AAC. You do that, and then y'all be going home quickly. Y'all don't have to worry about catching no flight because y'all be right at home quickly. So y'all got to decide, man. Like I said, I don't put this game on Jake Ottinger. I really don't. I don't put this game on him. I think he actually played pretty decent. I actually think this was probably his best game. But with saying all that, they got drugged. Still got drugged. And now they're down 3-1. Thursday night will be game 5. Y'all know we'll talk about it, man. Hopefully they can extend the season is what I'm hoping for. That's all I can hope for, y'all. That's all we can hope for, man. Like I said, it sucks to see another Dallas team trying to get close and the whole city get behind them and root for them and do all that, and they come out here and get punked and they lay an egg like this, bro. It's very disheartening. It really is. It really is. But, play to the end, Stars. That's all I can tell you. Play to the end. Y'all got to be the most desperate team going forward because one more loss and it's over. So y'all got to – it's on y'all. It's going to be on y'all. It's going to take all of y'all to do it too. So that's the end of that. What we got jumping into next, like I said, hopefully the Stars will get it done and hopefully they can at least live to see another day after Thursday. But now it's all about Thursday. You got to get game 5. You get game 5, then we'll move forward. We'll move forward after that. But y'all got to end up trying to hold it down, man. Let's throw in the Texas Rangers. They actually got a win today. What? But it came with some bad news, man. Came with some raggedy ass bad news, dog. Rangers win 2-0. So, yeah, even though Nathan Eovaldi got hurt, they had to blow up their bullpen. You still only give up 4 hits. That's what I was saying amongst. I was like, bro, we know the bullpen is really the weakest link of the team. But to be honest with you, they haven't been bad. Their defense, they had their blunders, but bro, they really haven't been bad. It's really the lineup, bro. It's really the lineup. And I mean, they got 6 hits today, but I mean, they struggled to get it. And they got their 2 runs in the 8th inning. Like I said, they struggled to get it. This is a team that's just struggling offensively. There's nothing to put about it. And the way it looks like, bro, Corey Seager will be back in action tomorrow. And like I said, let me see what Sean McFarland said about our man Nathan Eovaldi. They trying to say that it's just precaution. Sean McFarland of the Dallas Morning News did right during the game. Texas Rangers starter Nathan Eovaldi exited the game after 2 innings. Eovaldi was removed from the game due to precautionary reasons, and the Rangers do not believe he will need to miss time because of it. The Rangers have multiple team off days built into their up-and-coming schedule, including on Friday and Monday, that would potentially give Eovaldi extra time to rest. His next regularly scheduled start would be next Tuesday series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Eovaldi would be on 6 days full rest if he pitched. So he went out there and basically in 39 pitches, he came out due to some shoulder, a right tricep fatigue. Oh, that's the last thing that a Ranger fan want to hear, because we know that this pitching staff has been basically carrying the load for the Texas Rangers. And we said, dog, how long can they last? How long can they last being in games like they're in today, where they basically got to be perfect? They got to give you 5+ innings just to get you a win. Done said this a lot of times. We was like, bro, your arms are going to get tired. And now all of a sudden, they calling it with Nathan Eovaldi tricep fatigue. Like, damn, bro. And y'all did that just for precaution. Like, y'all ain't playing no games. Y'all saw something that happened and it was like, nah, it's all good. Okay, well, damn. Which make me nervous. That makes me nervous. Bruh. And I don't know what to tell you about the lineup, but Kevin Sheridan, he wrote something about the Texas Rangers not too long ago, an hour ago as well. Mr. Cowboy, I see you in the chat, man. What's good, man? I know your Astros keep going, man. I guess that right now y'all a better team than us. I guess I gotta say that, but you know, whatever. What's good, my guy? But Kevin Sheridan of the Dallas Morning News writes as fertility continues, clock is ticking for Texas Rangers. Time to figure it out or else. Bruce Bochy brunch is officially on the clock. He does have that look of a guy like y'all. The hell with this, y'all can have this shit. I'm ready to go back to the couch. They got until July 1st to get this boat turned around or else. And the paddling won't get any easier if the diagnosis on Nathan Eovaldi, who left Tuesday's game after the Globe develops into anything more than right triceps fatigue, as announced. They don't expect him to miss time. We just talked about that. But besides the hidden injuries have been pretty much the story of the Texas Rangers. No sooner do they get one player back than another goes down. Bochy's not filing out lineup cards. He's playing whack-a-mole. Damn, not no whack-a-mole. On the other hand, Corey Seager will be back tomorrow, which we talked about as a DH, which ought to become a semi-permanent position until he can remain more or less upright. Till he can stay healthy, he might as well. He's an expensive DH, but you need him in the lineup, bro. Like, real talk. His return is crucial, especially with the returns of Marcus Semien and Adolis Garcia apparently post-dated. Making fun of them guys since they don't hit. Just the same, it's not like the Rangers must suddenly morph into the Derek Jeter Yankees. Just a couple of hits here and there would be nice. Maybe stop chasing pitches like rabbits. Brett Boone could make it a rule. Anyone not named Seager has to take. Anyone not named Seager has to take until they throw a strike. So Seager, the only one that got the green light. Boone may be wishing he stuck to podcasting as the full-time gig. The experiment at hitting coach started out well enough, but in the course of losing 8 of their last 10, going in today's game against Toronto, they're back to who they were before Boone got here. And I put on the Texas Rangers page, y'all are everything what everybody thought y'all were. Facts. Can anyone on this roster bunt? Take one for the team. Something's got to happen soon because the frustration level among the faithful is nearing at an all-time high. What makes it worse is the West has never been so much seemed to be winnable. Even after another run of bad baseball, the Rangers are still just 4.5 games out going into Tuesday. The bad news is this is pretty much how they hit ever since they hosted their wrinkled laundry above the right field bleachers. Yeah, they put the banner up, and then when they hung it down, it was all wrinkled and shit. What the fuck? Bruh, and a lot of people said they cursed themselves after that. Boy, very superstitious writings on the wall. Oh, so maybe we should stop expecting them to turn back the clock to 2023. You should, because them days are far gone. Speaking of which, can they find that big banner that hang in the right again? The smaller one above the left field apparently too hard to see. The players could use the original as inspiration unless Ray Davis is using it as bed sheet. Either you believe the Rangers can turn around the offense. You've got to admit, how long do you think the starters can keep this up? Having been raised on the Rangers, most of you have no idea what good pitching looks like. That's what I'm trying to tell a lot of people. And what's even worse, Rangers be losing these games, these close games, and like DeGrom gave up a couple home runs. He gave up a couple runs, and people are like, bro, he's washed up and stuff like that. Damn, bro, he gave you 5+ innings and only gave up 2 runs. It was just your lineup can't do shit. And that's what you're starting to get. But Jacob DeGrom, who's 36, and Eovaldi only 1 year behind him. Malley is in the midst of a career year, which should make everyone nervous, which he's going to get paid. And don't even get me started on the bullpen where the Rangers were operating on a wing and a prayer, even when times were good. As Kevin Sheridan continues to write of the Dallas Morning News, Chris Young probably had a reliever or two on his mind at the deadline way back in the spring training. John Gray conceivably could fill that role at some point, but it might be too late by then. Facts. And I've always said when you get Cody Bradford, John Gray back, that can help you out. But now, if this continues to go the way it goes, are you sellers? Are you sellers going into the All-Star break and the trade deadline? You know what I'm saying? So let's see what that does. Let's see what they think. Let's see what it brings to the table. The shame of it is Young could have beefed up his bullpen last winter if Davis wasn't so concerned about paying extra taxes. This is where I said, you being cheap trying to avoid the luxury taxes, most likely the position where you're at right now. You trying to be cheap. I don't want to say cheap, but you're trying to, nickel and dime your way up out of this. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Do I care if he loses money? Should you care? Didn't he make enough money off that World Series run in merch sales ever since? Couldn't he nearly quadruple his $593 million investment if he sold the team? Don't get me wrong, Davis has been a pretty good owner, all things considered. Maybe the best the Rangers ever had, even if it's a low bar. But how Young persuaded him to pay Seager, Simeon, and DeGrom is beyond me. Basically, because I think after that third time you're over that luxury tax, you're going to get hit. The Rangers wouldn't have won a World Series without much of that investment. And then not only that, he got Nathan Eovaldi. He brought Max Scherzer. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Montgomery. He really cashed out. The Rangers wouldn't have won a World Series without much of that investment. From all appearances, the window is closing faster than anyone could have even imagined. Looking more and more like 23 was the best case scenario, and now we're living out the worst. On one level, it's not such as a bad predicament. Flags fly forever, and that's all that matters. But as my 50th high school reunion, ooh, damn, he's on his 50th. I'm about to just now go on my 20th. Big salute to y'all. You can't live in the past either. Young may soon have to make some hard decisions about his roster, even if he pulls the plug. It's not like there are any obvious decisions other than Malley. Making deals that offer a shot at an impact now or in the future will require giving up players you'd rather not. That's the hard part of the or else way up at the top of this column. As I figure out what it is, he'll let you know. That's Kevin Sheridan of the Dallas Morning News commenting on this raggedy offense that the Texas Rangers are bringing out night in, night out. It is what it is, but some has got to give. I see you, Mr. Cowboy, you put some bets on the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. But I did want to talk about Alejandro Osuna, man. This young cat got a lot of life in him. Now, he had his first career blunder today. I think it was in the seventh inning, in the bottom of the seventh inning. He was moving along the bases, and a chopped ground ball went to the shortstop's way, and it kind of hit Osuna, but then the shortstop couldn't really corral it. So he really couldn't make the play at first or third, and Osuna, for some reason, overlapped the third base and got caught and basically got thrown out, and that killed the inning. I mean, it was the epitome of everything that was kind of going wrong with the Texas Rangers, bro. And a lot of people want to get on Adolis Garcia, bro. Like, bro, he ain't good. He ain't got it no more and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, y'all say that, but when there's runners out there, more times than not, he's the one driving them in. He's leading in RBIs. Now, Josh Jungle Cat Young did get some of that action in there. Wyatt Langford, as you see his numbers, he's starting to just continue at another level, hitting 246, 328, 462 slash line. Come on, man. Wyatt Langford starting to find his way. And if we can just get Evan Carter to line with Josh Young, Josh Smith seems like he's taking a seat back a little bit. I like Sam Haggerty. Jonah Heim went 0 for today. Adolis went 0 for. Jake Berger, his addition even at first base is starting to look way much more better for me. Way much more better for me. It looks like it's not too bad now. It looks like, you looking at this lineup, bro, and like I say, don't nobody scare you. And the only reason Alejandro Osuna in here is just because he don't have enough bats yet. But Josh Young, basically giving you but he done missed a lot of games. But everybody else, boy, struggling in the lineup. But give credit to the bullpen. I mean, Nathan Eovaldi went out. That was tough. Give Jacob Latz his props. Gave you 4 Ks. He did walk 2 batters, give up 2 hits, but the main thing is he didn't give up no runs. Sean Armstrong came in there. Hobie Milliner, I got to actually give Hobie Milliner his props. He's a string bean, and he got weird delivery, but he can get the job done too. Luke Jackson came in there. It looks like Bruce Bochy is moving him out of the closer situation, and I think it's more out of necessity, just for the simple fact, you got Chris Martin down. So now you move Robert Garcia to the closer role, and he was able to close it out for him. Game 3 will be tomorrow, Wednesday at Globe Life Field. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the notifications that's coming on. If you subscribe and hit that notification bell, you'll know what's going down tomorrow, as we will be live tomorrow at Globe Life Field, giving you the post-game reaction to Game 3 of this 3-game series of the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers, as Corey Seager will be back. He will be back. That's going to be big. Rangers got to get them some win streaks going in right now. They really do. They really do. If they want to turn it around, they have got to get some things going for them quickly. And I mean expeditiously. For real. Or otherwise, you're going to have to be sellers. You're going to have to be sellers going into the All-Star break. That's how I see it. What else we got? Let's talk about some Dallas Wings basketball then. Yeah, let's talk about these Lady Wings. They finally get their first win of the 2025 season, and it was a big win. Both teams, Connecticut Sun, both teams were 0 for coming into this game. You had a lot of former UConn Huskies playing in the former building, especially our leader, Paige. I still would consider Arike Ogunbowale the leader, but, Paige is the face. Her and Caitlin Clark about to be the face of the WNBA, so that's what's about to happen right there. But it was damn so good to see the Stars the Wings finally get them a dub, man. I think this team is way talented than their record shows them. They're 1-4, but I'm like, nah, bro, they got the skill. They're just trying to figure it out. They got a first-year head coach going in right now. But today was Paige felt right at home. Like, she felt like, yeah, I don't lose in this building. And she took over like it, as she had 21 points for you today. Went 8 of 10 from the field, man. I think she had, about 7 assists? I look at her stat line. But looking at the Wings, they shot 56% from the field. 50% from the 3-point line. They were money at the free throw line as well. Bro, the assist is going around. All I know is when Arike and Paige can figure out that chemistry between them two of, okay, how do we operate when we're both on the court? And how do the rest of the teams respond to them? They gonna cause a lot of hell in the backcourt. I promise you that. And this was a game that the Wings really came out in the beginning, and they really established themselves from the get-go. I mean, Paige, she really assorted herself in that building like I said, like she don't lose in that building. Came out in the first half with 15 points. It looked like Arike was kind of struggling with it, but here come the third quarter, and I mean, she went off. She started hitting back-to-back threes in there, and I'm telling you, if Arike get her groove going and Paige can orchestrate and play the rest of the game, and basically let Arike play freely, 46 points in the paint for the Wings. That's what we talking about, going in there and dominating. As you see, they was up the biggest lead by 27. So, hey, biggest lead by 27, 46 points in the paint, man. Y'all took care of the basketball for the to some degree for the most part, but in the paint, they were dealing tough. They were dealing tough. They were playing smart. And like I said, for Paige, she basically got her WNBA career high. She got her career high with what was the stat line? 21 points, 21.7 assists. Yeah, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. This girl can hoop. And it just seems like she's figuring it out. The speed of the game is starting to slow. It just keeps getting slower and slower to her. She's starting to pick her parts. And when you got a Rike that can come by and support you and give you, now she did go 5 of 14 from the field. But if you can get, if she can give you that, yeah, if she can average 19 for you and Paige keep doing what she do, but talk about the pickup of Dejanay. I always, sisters, we sorry, you know what I'm saying? But, y'all be having them names. But with her in the lineup, hey, bro, the blonde weed, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But that sister can hoop. Shorty can hoop. She going off. Gave you 16 points today. And of course, Maddie Surgis. I've always fucked with Maddie Surgis. She plays the hardest. Don't complain about time. But when she's the one that no matter when the time is called, she makes the most of it. She squarely makes the most of it. Checking out the social media real quick. Maya Taylor has an article. She's staff writer for the Dallas Morning News, as well as she writes on the Dallas Wings, as she's basically saying the same thing. This just got put out about 30 minutes ago. The Dallas Wings are still learning how to play as a team, but they competed with synergy on tonight to enter the win column for the first time this season and for the first time since August of last year. Not too far from our old stomping grounds at UConn, Ricky Paige Becker scored a team high and career high 21 points at Mohegan Sun Arena. The Wings' number 1 pick in last month's WNBA draft shot 8 of 10 from the floor while recording 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in a game that saw the Wings in their season opening 4-game skid and record their highest point total of the 2025 season. So Beckers wasn't the only wing to have a productive night. All-star guard Arike Ogunbowale struggled to find her shot to start the season, but she found it in the third quarter on Tuesday. I told you, bro, in the third quarter, she went off hitting back-to-back threes for real. Ogunbowale hit 3 shots from behind the arc right out of the locker room and finished the contest with 19 points, shooting 5 of 14, like we saying. She's also recorded 6 steals and 4 assists, 3 rebounds. 3 other players finished in double figures. To be able to play like that as a team and to put a full 40 minutes together and come out with a win and stay connected throughout the entire game, it felt good to be out there, Becker says. What else we got? Dallas, which has one of the youngest rosters in the WNBA, lost its previous 4 games by an average of 9 points. Many of those games were in reach, but the team chemistry just wasn't there yet. Only 3 players returned to this team this season, with the rest of the roster being rookies and free agents. Training camp wrapped up a couple weeks ago, and just last month, Beckers won a national championship with UConn. So this is really a new team, new GM, new head coach. Hold firm, Dallas Wings fans. Hold firm. They gotta still gel together. Dallas lost its last 9 games of the season in 2024 and finished 9-31 before revamping the front office, reconstructing the roster, and drafting Beckers, who isn't used to losing. She either won or competed for state championships as a standout at Hopkins High School in Minnesota, and then helped UConn to its 12th national title in her final collegiate season. So she's a winner. She wants to win, but a lot of this is not going to happen overnight. Talking about the players that remain on this team that came from last year is basically Arike Ogunbowale, Maddie Surgis, and Tierra McCown. That's it. Everybody else is new. Everybody else is new on this roster. So they do gotta put it together. And I think they will. I really think they will. I see the chat got a little bit up in there. What we got? Claps, what's good, man? Checking it out. Yeah, I mean, technically it's not over, but damn, bro. Like I said when I started this live, if you've looked at this series from game 1 to game 4, outside of that third period in game 1, the Stars basically has had no chance. No shot. They have been getting embarrassed. They've been getting belt put to their motherfucking ass. Straight up. Going to buy my flight to Dallas soon. What? What's the special occasion? What, you coming down here to see some wrestling, a concert, or what's the deal? What's the deal? Cam's Dallas Mavericks Sports Channel, man. Make sure y'all check out his channel. Give it a like and a subscribe. Appreciate you for tuning in the chat. Paige and Enrique had a great game together. It's starting to come together. And like I say, Enrique seemed like, she was trying to figure it out, but came that third quarter. Once she dropped that first 3 and she hit that second 3, and then she hit the third 3, it was like, oh, okay. I think you're going to realize, I think Paige is going to put Enrique in a space where, look, you don't have to do it all. What you can do is what you do best. Put the ball in the rack. Put the ball in the rack. So I think that frees her to do a lot. And it was good to see them both kind of get off and still figure it out. It's like Paige basically was that's kind of how your game plan is probably going to have to be if you're I can't pronounce his last name, but if that's the game plan, you got to figure out how do they want to defend Enrique in the beginning, or do you attack with her in the beginning, or you let Paige set the stage? I like it. I like that. That got a nice little ring to it. Do you let Paige set the stage? Like that. Don't be trying to steal it. If you steal it, just at least shout me out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let Paige set the stage and let's get it going. Doom. He said your boys will be in DC soon. You talking about the Rangers? Let me see. Yeah. You right. Yeah. Yeah. They'll be down there. You gonna go get some footage? I know you can get the tickets cheap. I know you can. All of a sudden, we done turned into the Washington Nationals. We get a little ring and then we fall right off into the sunset with, yeah, we got one. We're just part of history and we'll just be cool with that. Terrible. It's terrible. Going to the Stros and Rangers game. I'll be there, bro. I'll be there. But I will be starting to get ready for this Cowboys season that's coming up. For real. For real. Damn, bro. But I see how you do it. You spend. I got you. Hey, you put me on game, bro. You put me on game for the football season this year. So, yeah. Hey, good looking out, Mr. Cowboy. Appreciate you, man. It's going down football season. I mean, it go down every football season, but yeah, man. Yeah. You put me on game. I appreciate it. What else do I got to talk? Oh, let's talk about some Dallas Cowboys while we at it before I just give the free floor and just talk about anything what's going on in here. Man, I wanted to talk about this wide receiver combination that we got. As you know, you got Pickens, you got CeeDee Lamb. I think Pro Football Focus is expecting a bounce back year from CeeDee Lamb because maybe you see the offensive line could be better. Maybe Dak Prescott stays more healthier, but they're saying he's going to have a bounce back game or year just for the simple fact he has a legitimate threat on the other side of him. Now, with that being said, it looks good. Now you add him and then maybe Jake Ferguson can get his head together, you know what I'm saying? But you still got to figure out what you're going to do at running back. I think this offensive line is going to be better. It's going to be good enough. But what what is the offensive philosophy that we're gonna actually do under Clay Adams and Brian Schottenheimer? Having these two receivers, are we actually going to utilize them? Is this going to be an offense that we're going to be like, yeah, we finally got it, but we're going to be meat and potatoes and we're just going to try to play 3 yards in a cloud of dust and not really take chances downfield and stuff like that? Are we going to do that? These are a lot of questions that I have about Brian Schottenheimer and his offensive staff of what they're going to do, because like I said, okay, you got Pickens. Last time I checked, you got T.Y. Hilton down here, 2022 or something like that. He was supposed to be a deep threat. You brought Brandon Cooks in. Why? Because he was supposed to be a deep threat. You got Kevontae Turpin in there who got the speed wheels, but we can't seem to figure out a way to put him in there. And like I said, the Cowboys really got some weapons to play with. They really got some weapons to play with, but are they gonna take them outside and play with them? That's the question. Is that going to happen? Take the show on the road? Man, but you know what? I'm actually down to do that, though. I've been saying that. The problem is I'll be rolling by myself, man, and I'm like, you know what? I could take the family somewhere, but I would have to tone myself down, you know what I'm saying? I still wouldn't mind, but the wife ain't about to let your ass go nowhere by itself. We all gotta go, and I don't want to put my family in a certain situation because I'm going all in for my team, that type of stuff. But this is where we can show some maturity, and try to handle that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we should take this on the road. He said, don't go to Philly. Oh, no, I already know better. I know better. I already know better. I already know better. He ain't going to no Philly. He ain't going to no Philly. And he should treat them the same way down here, to be real with you. He should, but it just be a football game. I don't like the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like their fans, but I mean, damn, bro, it ain't that necessary to plex on you folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, get a life. Get a life. But that's how they be. I don't know why. You would think finally that y'all done got 2 rings, y'all would, you know what I'm saying, loosen up a little bit, But I guess that's not the case. But for the case of CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, as we're seeing this as going to be supposedly an offense that's going to be lighting up things, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know, dog. Because they still going to have to figure out their identity. And they're going to try to act like they're going to be a balanced team. And now I look at it. Can you go to the 2 tight end set if you believe in Luke Schoonmaker? Can you go to that set? I mean, you can even play Hunter Lupick a lot of times in those type of sets. Will you rather go 2 tight end set and be able to try to run the ball and you got your 2 dudes on the outside and you got a tight end that can at least, you know what I'm saying, do some things? Can they establish the line of scrimmage like that? Because that's what this is all going to boil down to. And we done seen CeeDee Lamb when the offense is not going good with how he act up. I can only imagine if we're 6 weeks into the season and we're only averaging like 18 points a game, 1 touchdown or something like that. And how long do, you know what I'm saying? Now, CeeDee Lamb, he's paid. I'm not going to say he's not hungry, but he's paid. What is there too much argue about? But now George Pickens is trying to get paid. Now, we believe he's talking all that good talk. Now, how long does it last, though? How long will it and how long can it last? I don't know. But this receiver combo, if all things can be healthy, and to be real with you, I can see the bounce back coming from CeeDee Lamb, and I can see this offense putting up numbers if Dak Prescott remains healthy. Dak Prescott remains healthy, I can see this offense putting up numbers because I think their defense is probably going to be their weak link this year. And I just think it's because of the injuries that they have and just the depth at linebacker. Now, I'm hoping that's wrong. Hopefully, we get to training camp and we see something totally different. That's what I'm hoping for. That we see something totally different. Okay. And we still waiting on Michael Parsons' deal. Are y'all ready to pay him and get this out the way? Even though they could franchise him, man, I'd hate for this dude to miss the whole off. I'd hate for the Cowboys to continue to keep doing things like this, bro. Like for real. I would hate that. But they talk about Schottenheimer's culture. Is his culture going to be that good? When you're talking about culture and stuff like that, that lets me know you're about to have a losing season. You're talking about culture. Now, maybe this is the first install and all that. You get to the basic stuff, but damn, bro. Y'all talking about culture and stuff, man. That let me know y'all still got a long way to go. Y'all got a long way to go. And that ain't good. That is not good. I see the Knicks. Oh, never mind. I thought they pulled it off. Pacers up 3-1, just like Stars, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put a poll out there what the Stars gonna do, man. Do y'all think it's over in 5? Do y'all think it's over in 5? Do y'all think it's over Thursday night at the American Airlines Center? Do you think it's a short trip for the Dallas Stars to go home, man? Probably should have put that poll in, you know what I'm saying? But it's rough, man. Like I said, it's not over till it's over, but like I said, outside of that third period of game 1, and then like I said, game 3, the second period, they actually played pretty good. Today they played good. You know, you're gonna see 4-1. A lot of people gonna blame Jake Andre, but I'm like, to me personally, he gave up 1 goal. That second power play goal they gave up, bro. I mean, that was like nobody covered anybody on that. You know what I'm saying? And then you gave up 2 empty netters. He wasn't even in the net for 2 of them. So that's what's more concerning, like he said, they played their best game today, and it just wasn't enough. It wasn't even close. Wasn't enough, not even close. And you're gonna hear me continue to say this probably through the rest of the summer until next October, until they get ready to gear up 2026 season, 25-26 season. They have got to get more physical bodies. They do. They got to get more physical bodies. And until otherwise, bro, they're gonna be fucked. Cowboy wise, they got to get Michael Parsons signed, bro. I'm tired of these days going by and nothing's talked about him being signed. Like I said, Pickens, and Lamb. I think it helps. It helps Dak Prescott a lot, but it's just gonna put more pressure on the offense that doesn't have an identity right now. Because they're gonna try to figure out, do they run the football 25 times a game? If we throw it over 35 times a game, we're gonna say you need to run it more. And then when we run it 25 times a game, they're gonna say we need to balance and throw it a little bit more. So I just don't know what everybody else is gonna want. If we're losing, that's how it's going to come out at. Now, if we're winning, it'll be totally different. Now, we're trying to do some things different this year for the Cowboys season. We're really trying to do it big this year for the Cowboys season. Do a lot of things. For week after week, we're trying to do some things on this channel for sure. But I'm excited to see George Pickens over there. But at the same time, bro, this season is going to be predicated on the offense and what Dak Prescott. I told y'all the play is already in motion. They're going to put this on Dak's shoulders, bro, which as well as it should be. But now, do they have the right culture for it? Which that is a start in the right direction. We kept talking about culture for a long time with these Dallas Cowboys. And now I guess this is bringing to attention ahead. Now, let's just see what's the next phase of this process, because I'm pretty sure Schottenheimer is a process type of guy. I'm pretty sure he is. I see Seattle beating the brakes off of Washington. Yeah, now let's just run down. Let's just run down a whole bunch of sports. What's going on in baseball? I see Seattle's up on Washington, which they're trying to hold their lead. The Yankees are up on the Angels. Angels had a great hot streak where they ended up jumping the Rangers in the AL West standings for a quick second. Houston beat the brakes off of the A's 11-1. Good lord, as they're 4 games over 500. It must be nice as they're in contention now. But like I said, as bad as the Rangers have played, they're still 4 games out. They got to get it going. They got to fucking get it going, bro. And like I said, this is basically about their lineup. Corey Seager will be in action tomorrow. I will be live at Globe Life Field tomorrow. So check me out on the post game after the Rangers game 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. Nathan Eovaldi got taken out after 2 innings today due to right tricep soreness or something like that, fatigue. Bruce Bochy saying this is not where he'll miss time. They're just doing extra precautionary. We'll see how that goes. Said he's still looking forward to seeing Nathan Eovaldi on his next outing, on his next scheduled start. So see how that goes. Like I said, you get Corey Seager to come back. We've heard that I think Evan Carter is about to be, he's getting ready to get geared for an assignment. Kumar Rocker is been designated for assignment as well, as he's coming off of his injury. So the Rangers are trying to get some things going back. You're still a good few weeks out from seeing anything from Bradford or John Gray, Cody Bradford or John Gray. What do we got? Wings next game. I think it's going to be on ESPN as well. Like I said, the Wings get their first game of the season. Their next game will be Thursday as well, along with Game 5 and the Rangers. So it'll be another DFW day night Thursday. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. That game will be on KFAA Channel 29 local station or Amazon. You can get this game. So they'll have back-to-back games with the Sky. So we get Angel Reese to come into town. Well, Thursday they'll be on the road, and then they'll see them Saturday down here in Texas, in Dallas-Fort Worth, I think at the College Park in Arlington. So glad for the Wings. They got their first win, and it was a big win. Paige Beckers get her career high in the WNBA with 21 points, had 7 assists. She's just really showing that, look, she can ball. So there's going to have to be room for her. And I think Arike Ogunbowale is accepting that, starting to come forward now. It's just about her picking her niche and going where she, handling what she wants to do. Dallas Mavericks wise, I've had my thing about my own hunch. I don't even want to rub feathers the wrong way. I guess this can be another topic for another day, since we're about to go ahead and jump off, since it's about to be 11 o'clock. We know they're going to pick Cooper Flag. They're not going to mess this up. The question is, what are you doing for your point guard situation? There's a lot of rumors coming out talking about Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the players, I can see Lonzo Ball being what Nico is probably talking about having the length. That team will be big as fuck if you get him as the point guard. I like Drew Holiday defense, don't get me wrong, but to see Lonzo in there with his size attributes, bro, hey, along with Cooper Flag, do you keep PJ along as well? And then AD, Derek, I mean, bro, that's a big team. It's a big athletic team. I can see how they can rock, man. I really can. Draft will end up coming up soon for them. So we'll talk NBA for sure soon. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll be in FC Dallas will be in action against FC Cincinnati tomorrow at the Toyota Center on Apple TV. Or TQL Stadium. They're not Toyota now. Rangers tomorrow. Tyler Malley will be on the mound, as he's 5-2, giving up with an ERA of 1.8. Easily probably your best Ranger pitcher this year so far. I love Evo, but I mean, Evo's there too. They're both about neck and neck right there. So we're gonna have a full day of DFW sports again when it comes Thursday. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be live at the Globe Life Field. Post-game Rangers Blue Jays game 3. This is for the series since the Rangers had dropped Monday's game on Memorial Day. Hopefully everybody had a great Memorial holiday for all the fallen soldiers who was out there and for all the people who's been affected by their soldiers not coming back home. Big salute to y'all. Hopefully y'all got to enjoy y'all day. Like I said, we're doing that. We're doing that Wednesday, Thursday. I thought about maybe should we go out and watch the Stars game or do something like that. But since it's a full DFW night, we're just probably gonna, do some things at the crib like we do always right here and hold it down. But sooner or later, man, we're gonna take this place. We're gonna be out there. I done tried it. I done did it for the NFL draft. So we're gonna keep kind of doing some stuff like that to enhance the channel. But man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Like I said, the DFW got 2 out of 3 today. The Wings got their first win of the season, a big win. Paige is showing that, she keeps getting better and better. The Rangers get a shutout victory 2-0. Evo's hurt. He left the game, but all is good, supposedly. Rangers get their win. They try to get the series win tomorrow in game 3 where we'll be live at. Stars continue to get their ass kicked in the Western Conference Finals. They're almost about to be known as Western Conference Finals chokers. So it's bad for them, man, as they took a big L tonight, 4-1, as they down 3 games to 1 in this Western Conference Final Series, trying to shake back coming Thursday night at the AAC in Dallas. Hopefully they can turn it around and try to, get some still all momentum, getting game 5 and seeing if they can turn back and never, look back. That's about it. And like I said, we get any more news, we'll see what's up. But tomorrow it'll be nothing but baseball action. We'll be live from the Globe Life Field. Something you'll see me do on the regular throughout the summer until we get to football season and everything else. Y'all know what's up, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, rocking in, dropping in some comments on the live chat. Appreciate that. For everybody who's catching this on the playback, man, hit the like button. Go ahead and drop a comment. Anytime for the new viewers that's on here, man, hit that like button and hit that notification bell, man. We go up on DFW Sports all the time. I like to specialize in live shows of talking about DFW Sports, especially post-game shows where basically I'm just a fan catching all the, action that's going on in the DFW and just reporting it as, how the fans want to hear it come, how a fan would want to hear it. So it's how I'm going to deliver it. But as well, we specialize in game vlogs as well. So we hit these games up. We have fun. We show how the atmosphere is down here in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. We show our Southern hospitality. And that's just how we get down. So until the next time, man, I appreciate everybody, man. Do everything with love because love always wins. I will catch y'all tomorrow about around 9:45, y'all. Until then, lights out, man. Enjoy it. I'll see y'all on hump day.
Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.